So hi, so it's Ken again, back in my garden. So today we're going to do a bit of it's a warm-up exercise, but it's a nice, I suppose it's a cardiovascular exercise as well. It will get your heart pumping a little bit faster, get your breath up a little bit there, which is as important as the slower stuff we do in Tai Chi. But I mean, I'm not saying go out for a run or a sprint or anything like that, but it's important to get your heart rate up, get yourself a little bit warm. For cardiovascular fitness. Cardiovascular fitness is the fitness of your heart. So we'll get straight into it there. So we're standing in a normal called a Wu Chi posture, feet hip distance, shoulder apart, parallel to each other. Sink the chest, round the back, sink the ribs to fill the lower back. Ears feel like they're being pulled back, head lifting up as if suspended from above, jaw parallel to the floor. Keep that small gap underneath each armpit when your arms are close to your body. Breathing into the lower abdomen, pelvic area is tilted forwards, but it feels like it's hanging down from that suspension from above. Nice lengthening of your spine, nice lengthening of the spine. Okay, so you're just going to swing the arms. So nice, relaxed shoulders. You start to swing your arms, just bouncing up and down. You're not rocking forwards and backwards, just bouncing up and down, swinging your arms. Any tension in your shoulders, you're throwing it out through your fingers into the floor. Just nice, normal breathing into the lower abdomen. Breathing we've been through in lots of other films. So breathing into the lower abdomen, nice diaphragmatic breathing, bouncing up and down. Have the feeling here as if you're gonna jump, but don't. Bouncing up and down, bouncing up and down. Tongue, tip of the tongue on the roof of the mouth, lips and teeth lightly together. Okay, just swinging the arms, just controlling the arms with the movement of the waist and the legs. This up and down movement, like a piston, up and down. Okay, then we're going to change it so slightly. We're going to bring the arms up and down to one side, up and down to the other side, up and down. Arms just swinging on the shoulders. You're not doing this with the shoulders, controlling your arms with your waist. Up and down. Make sure you're not flaring your ribs out or curving in the lower back. Make sure you're not twisting your knees here. Relax the hips. That area that we call the quad, the area across the heads of the thigh bones and the pelvic floor. Relaxing that area, floating through there. Really engaging your core, your deep frontal line. Up and down. Swinging your arms. Swinging your arms. Okay, so we're going to go into a bow stance now. A bow and arrow stance, a gong bu stance. Okay, so what should we do? We'll step back. Okay, so when your arms come down, you can mirror me here. So I'm going to take my arms down on my left side. I'm going to step back with my left foot. So if you're going to mirror me, you could take your arms down to your right side and step back with your right foot. So we're in a bow stance now. So the front toes pointing straight forwards. Rear toes pointing over towards the corner of the area that you're training in, if you have corners. Make sure the front knee goes forwards in line with the toes. If it goes no further forward than the toes, you just sit back. And so the pelvic area is tilted forwards, hanging down. The tailbone, the coccyx, the bottom bones of the spine, they point down towards the floor, go no further back than the center of the calf and sole. Rolling down the middle of the feet, soften the insteps, just throwing your arms forwards and back. So in Tai Chi, we have what are called the 8 powers. Pong Lu, Jian, Chai Le, Jiao Kao, roll off, roll back, press, push, pluck, split, elbow and shoulder. So you have this pluck here, Chai, pluck, like you're plucking the feathers from a giant bird, pluck. Then Leer is this returning, this split. One move doesn't work, so you just split straight back to the next one. You can try and pull somebody down here, go to pluck the arm down. Your hands slip off them or they pull away, so you just strike back up again. Bounce your arms straight back up again. This is coming from the whole body, not just the arms. Okay, compressing the legs against the ground. The legs feel like springs compressing against the ground, so make sure you're not locking out the joints. Really working with the anatomy trains, the connective tissue inside the body, the myofascia. That stringy, stretchy, connective white tissue that connects everything, surrounds everything and connects everything. Really working with what the Chinese call the Jing power in the body, the spring power of the body. Okay, next time your arms come down on your right side, on the other side here, so at the side of the front leg. I want you to take a step back. So now, again, the front toes pointing forwards, make sure the knees are on the toes. Sitting back, tailbone points towards the floor, no further back than the center of the calf muscle. Compressing the legs against the ground. Just pluck. And just return here. Also, you have that water feeling, that pung feeling, that expansive feeling like a inflated balloon. Not inflated to its extreme, but not flat either. That pung feeling. Pung or pung jing is the mother of the 8 powers. You can't really have the other 8 powers unless, or the other 7 powers unless you have pung. That wall of that expansive feeling, which we've worked on quite extensively in the standing films that we've done. That expansive feeling, we've worked on all those springs. That inflated feeling. Pung. Expanded, not tense, not stretched, but expanded. It's as much a mental thing as it is a physical thing. Swinging, turning your waist, throwing your arms away, really loosening up the shoulders, relaxing the shoulders. Again, we've talked about in previous films, the shoulders are one of the places where people tend to hold on to a lot of tension. The stresses of life manifest themselves as physical tension in the shoulders. So really loosening up the shoulders, let the shoulders go, your arms just swinging on you, letting them go. Spring. Okay, so let's take it to the next step. So next time you bring your arms up from the side with the legs at the back. Does that make sense? Yeah, okay. So I'm going to bring them up from my right side here. So I'm going to step forwards. I'm going to stepping back. Stepping forwards and backwards. Nice and upright. Nice and upright. Stepping through. Make sure you're not twisting the knee of that supporting leg. Either knee, but especially that knee that you're stepping through on. So really feel like you're sinking into the ground. Imagine that foot that's staying flat on the floor is standing on something floating on water. As you step through, it sinks down and you ride that sink through. Riding that sink through. So really relaxing the ankle, the hip. So the ankle, really complicated joint. Really complicated, made up of the tibia, the fibia, the bones in the lower leg, the calcaneus, the heel bone. And you have a bone in between there called the talus bone, often referred to as the waiter's tray. You do this pivoting. It's a wedge-shaped bone. And pivot around it. Knee stays in on the toes. Stepping. Stepping. Okay, next time you go backwards, I want you to take 2 steps back. Stepping forwards with the other foot. Stepping forwards with the other foot. And again, make sure you're not twisting the knee of that supporting leg. Knee stays along the toes, really relax the ankle. Stepping through, keeping nice and upright. You are committing to the weight. You are committing the weight to that foot that you're stepping with. Particularly when you step forwards, commit the weight to it when you step back. Feeling the spring, the bounce of the leg. And you have the same Tai Chi. When going backwards, you project forwards. Going forward, you project backwards. So we have that here. So going backwards, but the arms go forwards. And you can think backwards. You are going forwards. You have ward off here, warding off. So it's would strike towards you. You can step out of the way, but project forwards. Warding off. Boom. You have a pluck. Plucking the feathers from a giant bird. This split, which we're looking for water. So called a dong dang, swing and return, or swing and movement. You're controlling all the movements from your waist, an area about 3 fingers below the belly button and in the centre body. And we've worked on quite a lot in previous films. Okay, next time you go forwards, you take 2 steps forwards. And 2 steps back. 2 steps forwards. 2 steps back. Nice. Loosening exercise. So practicing your martial moves here. So have the right mind intent when going through this. The mind is not just wandering all over the place thinking about finishing. Really engage in all those things we've been working on until this point. Mind and body connected with this moment. And then depending on the amount of space you have, you could add more steps to this. Step back. filming on enough space. Yeah. Okay, but I'm gonna finish there. So again, a nice loosen up exercise, warm up exercise, gets the heart rate going a little bit there, gets the breath up, gets you a little bit warm, which is very important. Again, you don't have to go to the extreme, get panting out of breath and sweating profusely, but it's important to get, for cardiovascular health, the health of the heart, it's important to get the heart rate up, to get yourself a little bit warm and sustain that for a little while. Okay, before I start waffling, so I'll finish now. So I will say, practice something, don't get sluggish, practice this, or practice anything, but make sure you are practicing something, and I will see you in the next film. Bye for